You may be using a powerful Samsung phone but still using it like a basic phone. Some settings are left at default, some useful features are completely ignored, and some habits people think are helping their phone are actually wasting time. So in today's video, I will show you 7 things to stop doing on your Samsung phone. So welcome back to the Doitright Tech channel, where I take you through everything tech, and in today's video, I will be showing you 7 things Samsung users should stop doing if they want better quality, faster use, better privacy, and smarter phone experience. Some of these are camera settings, some are display settings, some are security settings, and some are even habits that you've been doing for years. But without wasting much time, let's dive right into the video. But don't forget to hit the like, smash the subscribe button to come back for more, and hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss out on any video that I post. On that note, let's go. When you buy a brand new Samsung phone, no matter the version you're using, and you go into camera, you might be thinking that you're using the best quality of settings, except that might not actually be the case, because in camera and the video, you'd actually find out that your phone is set for full HD, which is not really good because this is 1080p. A better version is to use UHD, which is Ultra HD, giving you 4K videos at 30 frames per second. Whereas there's 8K also there, you could use setting it to UHD is the best option for you. But also when you come into your camera, you'd actually find out that you're on 12 megapixel. 12 megapixel is good, but you could also explore options like 50 megapixel. And if you're using a phone like the S25 and S26 Ultra, you could actually explore 24 megapixel, which is a better option. Even though I'm not using that, let me help you navigate to where you can actually get that. So right here, you can tap on these 4 dots and select settings and scroll all the way down in settings till you get to camera assistant. But camera assistant is actually part of the good lock. So if you check the top right corner here, I'll show you everything about the good lock because I have a playlist dedicated for that. But we can also go inside here through good lock and then scroll down till we find camera assistant and select camera assistant. In here, you want to scroll down till right after photos. You're going to get an option that exists here between photos and videos where it's going to be 24 megapixel. Over there, you can select it for the megapixel of your camera. Select that and thank me later. So as you can see, your phone is more capable than you think. Now that your camera is producing better quality, let's make sure your screen is also showing the best quality. So some Samsung phones come with FHD Plus set by default. This is fine for battery, but if your phone supports QHD Plus or WQHD Plus, please set it to that. You're going to get a sharper display on all the content you view on it, and even it goes ahead to enhance text and videos that you watch on your phone. Let me show you. So swipe down and go here into settings, scroll all the way down to display, scroll down till you get to resolution, and change it from full HD to enjoying your phone and its crystal clear images that it can show you. Apply this to your screen for better viewing experience. And if you didn't know this, I'm glad I was able to show you. Now let's talk about something people do every single day that one button could have actually done way better. So if you're ordering something online or reading a long page or saving a full conversation, do not keep taking screenshots after screenshots, because instead Samsung has actually got scrolling screenshots that you can take advantage of. Follow me, let me show you. So let's say you go into Amazon or a page that you want to take screenshots from because it's a long page. This is what you want to do. Once you've taken the first screenshot, which you could use different combinations, it could be the swipe option or button option like this. You can check in the bottom corner here. You can hold down on this and then it's just going to be taking a continuous shot for you, or you tap on it multiple times for longer screenshots. Then you can share it to whoever you want to share it with. So this saves you from filling your gallery with unnecessary screenshots. So let's go here into your gallery and you see the quality of what you took. As you can see, everything is actually being saved in Quad HD. If you didn't know this, I'm glad I was able to show you. Now speaking of screenshots, there is another way to take screen recordings that you might have heard of or not. But let me show you how not to take your screen recordings. You want to record a part of your screen for somebody and you actually proceed to record the entire screen only to go and edit it later and show the exact part that you want. Samsung has actually upgraded the screen recording feature that allows you to now record a particular portion of your screen. Let me show you how. So you scroll down and scroll down again if you're using a pen, or either than that you can just use 2 fingers to scroll down. Then you can go here into screen recording. Now if you want to record a part of your screen, you can go on the partial screen and then hit on record. Now you get this on your screen where you're able to now select the exact position on your screen that you want to record, like that, and then you can hit on record to record that very part of the screen. So now this will save you time from recording the entire screen and later finding an editing tool to crop part of the image from there. If you didn't know this, I'm glad I was able to show you. Now, speaking of screen recording and screenshots, there's another mistake people are making when watching videos and trying to capture a moment in the video. If you're watching a video in your gallery and you want to save a particular frame of the video, do not pause the video and take a screenshot. Let me show you exactly how to do it and why taking a screenshot is not necessary. So let's take it that this is a video that we're watching, and then there is a portion of the video that we want to capture. Usually people will stop it wherever they want. They're going to take a screenshot like this. Now this is fine, but it's wrong, because while you're inside that video, you can actually see an icon in the bottom left corner here. Just tap on it. This is actually going to be taking a screenshot, but one frame of that very image. Let me show you how. When we come to recent, we can actually see two of them there. This here is the screenshot. As you can see here, it's a screenshot, but look at the resolution of this. That's at 144 times 3120. That's the screenshot we took. Now if you look at it also, it's got the bezels that were originally on the screen when we took the screenshot. So if I set this to light mode, you would actually see that it comes with the bezels. But if we come here, it does not come with the bezels, which is the one I just showed you how to. And when you scroll on it, you see that this one is at 3840 by 2160. Now this resolution is the original resolution of the video we were watching. Let's confirm that. So here's the original video we watched. If you scroll up on it, you can see the exact resolution of the video. So the resolution of the video is actually the resolution of what we capture using this instead of the screenshots, because the screenshot would downgrade the frame that is captured. If you didn't know this, I'm glad I was able to show you. So as you see there, this gives you a cleaner photo from the video without the extra elements all around it. If you want a thumbnail, a moment from a video, or a clear still image, use that video frame capture option instead of a screenshot. Now let's move on from quality to privacy, especially when someone else needs to handle your phone. So if you're giving your phone to somebody for repairs, do not just remove your password and hand it over to them. That is if your phone, files, messages, applications, and private information are important to you, because Samsung actually has a maintenance mode for this exact reason. What you want to do is scroll down, go into settings, scroll all the way down until you get to device care. Then you scroll down again, you're going to find maintenance mode here and tap on it. Over here, it's actually going to remove almost everything from your phone and then keep it in a mode that whoever is repairing it can actually have access to everything on it except for your private files. Okay, so you just tap on turn on, then you allow it to actually create a log and then proceed to restart it and hit restart. It's going to ask you for your PIN. You put in your PIN. You're actually going to see it in the maintenance mode. So yes, we are now in maintenance mode. Flipping, we're here. As you can see at the bottom, that's maintenance mode right there. Here, the camera can be used. The default things that don't really stress the phone can all be used right here. All right. So this way you hand your phone over to whoever and then they don't get access to any of your important data. Everything is empty inside here. All right. Once you're done with this and maintenance is done, you can scroll down and then tap on this to get your phone into your normal mode by exiting maintenance mode. After exiting maintenance mode, we're going to come back into how our phone looked originally with everything as we left it. So if you didn't know this, I'm glad I was able to show you. Now let's talk about a simple display setting that can help your phone use less power on your AMOLED screen. Dark mode is not just about looks. On Samsung phones with AMOLED displays, black areas of the screen can use less power because those pixels are not lighting up the same way. The battery difference may not also be that huge, but over time, especially if you use your phone a lot at night, dark mode can help reduce the strain on your eyes and also save you some power. This is what you're going to do. You can scroll down again, and immediately just tap on this for your dark mode. Or you could go into settings, scroll down to display, and right here you're going to find dark mode. So if you're in light mode, it's going to be like this, very bright, and if you select dark mode, it's going to go into this mode. And so for people who want to just use it at night to avoid straining the eye, we could always also select the dark mode and set a schedule for it for sunset and sunrise, so that at night it's actually going to be using the dark mode, and then during the daytime after sunrise it's going to be using the light mode. You can use it the way you want it, but this is some settings that Samsung users should or could avoid using constantly: the light mode. If you didn't know this, I'm glad I was able to show you. And finally, let's talk about habits people think save battery but usually do not help in any way. Many people keep going into their recent applications and tapping close all because they think they will save battery, but most of the time your Samsung phone already manages these background applications properly. When you close everything, your phone may need to reload these applications all over again when you go to select them, and that may sometimes use more power than simply leaving frequent applications in the memory. So do not close all these applications every 5 minutes. Advisably, close only the ones that are frozen, close applications that you're not using for a very long time, or close heavy applications when you know they are actually causing problems. But for normal daily use, let the phone manage memories by itself. Your phone is smarter than you think. And those there are 7 things you should stop doing on your Samsung phone. I hope these were helpful and will go a long way to actually help you improve your experience using your Samsung phone. And if you like this video, kindly don't forget to hit the like, smash the subscribe button to come back for more, hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss out on any video that I post. On that note, I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.